It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Vikings and the Titans, and it's coming up next on Madden.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Nashville. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Escapes the defender. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some room to run now. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks and running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Play fake. Mayfield. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Phillips. He's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first-place sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Beckham, the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Mayfield off the play fake. He lets one go deep for Addison. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Levis sets up to throw here. Now this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always
try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 2nd down now. Boom. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Levis to throw off play action. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now Levis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And Levis going back to the air. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Inside handoff, Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A first down carry for Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Levis. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And bulldozing his way through. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated. As you know, they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down. Boom. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to throw from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Gets around him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield flushed out right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple. Mayfield to throw it. Finds his man. There's Jordy Madison. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Boom. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5. Mayfield on play action. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Hodgins in motion. And they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Levis looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Levis now on 1st and 10. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Levis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They set up the screen for Henry. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and goal. Here's Levis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Addison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a give, right side. Booth. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's...
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus is in the passing game. To the credit, certainly no amount of yardage. So I think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Levis back to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Levis from the gun. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
On first down. Boom. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Levis. That's to the tight end, Wiley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Levis now on 2nd down. And that one complete to Hodgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Levis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Muscling free near the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. And he gets this one to Burks. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. He shakes him off. Fights through it. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Levis. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will run the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up. That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here is third and quite a ways. Throwing, Mayfield, escaping the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And here's Ryan right now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taken in at the 22. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you.
And Levis tosses his third interception of the game. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A pivot and a give to Henry. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play three. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. Levis on third down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Oof. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Levis.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Levis to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. He stiff arms him. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll fake it on a jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. And it's a Titans touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins from 6 yards away. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to them.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there for Minnesota. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Booth. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mayfield now. And he is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll try to run this one in. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
But now he appears to be in some pain.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Out come the Titans now.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. First and 10, it's Levis.
On the right side open is Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Levis to Henry.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here's Levis. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Desperation time now. Here's Levis.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. but you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Mayfield. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Oliver. Touchdown! Josh Oliver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So Levis and the Titans now down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. He'll find Hodgins there, complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2nd and 6 coming up. Levis to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll run. It's Henry. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll buy some time right. This one brought in by Jefferson. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He gets it to Addison. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Tennessee,
it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10.
And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. And for Charles Davis...